Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you are fine. Today in this video, we are going to learn game development. Yes, you heard that right. We are going to learn game development. So it will be very fun doing that. So let's start. Now, let me tell you that after the end of this tutorial, you will build a game like this. Let me run this code and you will build this game. You can see here is my bat and my ball. My ball is moving and I have to prevent it from falling. So it is a very nice game to play and it is more fun to make it by yourself. You can see. Okay, let me try to hold the ball and game is over and my score is 4. If you are not able to see, let me zoom in. You can see now game over, score 4. Okay, fine. So let's start. Now this is the code for my game, but for this tutorial I will create another file, Python file, and I will name it YouTube, and I will remove this main.py from my slate. Okay, so for game development, we are going to use Pygame library of Python programming language. Now, Python is a very powerful programming language which we can use to do many things. But for simple 2D game development, Python offers a library called Pygame, which makes it easy for us game developers to make 2D games. So let me write here comment Pygame tutorial. So this is the part 1, okay? And I hope you can see the screen and I hope you can see the screen clearly. Let me try printing something. So this is how you print any text in Python. Hello world. And how to run this? For that, I will right click on my youtube.py file and I will click on run YouTube and see the magic. Let me zoom in. Hello world. We are getting hello world in my run window. So that's nice. So let's start from here. Let's start game development. Now, for every game we want to build, we have to use a game engine. So there are many popular game engines today, like Unity, Unreal, etc. etc. But we are going to use Pygame because it's very simple. So how to use Pygame game engine? For that we need to install this module. What do we need to install? Go to the terminal over here, you can see, and write pip install Pygame. So this will install Pygame. Let me run this. Okay. So now my Pygame is installed. You can see requirement already satisfied. And looks like I have already installed Pygame. So that's nice. And I can continue from here. So the first thing we do after installing a package is to import it so that we can use it in our Python file. So for that I will write import Pygame. Let me run this. Okay. So the Pygame is greeting me hello. That's nice. But now I will tell you something about coordinate geometry because for game development, coordinate geometry is very important. Now imagine that you have a screen, the screen in which your game is running, and in this game you will have a bat and a ball, right? So you need a way to place the bat and ball in the right position. That's why our screen is divided into pixels so that we can place our bat and ball in the right pixels. But how does that work? Let's see. So here you can see I have a graph. This is the x-axis. This horizontal line is the x-axis, and this vertical line is the y-axis. Okay, and the point where these both axes meet is called O, the point of origin. So what is the use of this x-axis and this y-axis? Now, in a screen, the origin is the leftmost and topmost corner of the screen. So it will be up here. Now imagine we want to place our bat like this over here. So for that, I will need to tell how much away the bat is from the point of origin. So in this case, the bat is this much distance away from point of origin in y-axis and this much distance away from origin in the x-axis. If I want to place my bat over here, then I will reduce this distance. So I will keep it to here. But if I want to place my bat over here, say for example like this, then I have to increase my x-axis distance. So I have to increase it to this much. So now you can clearly see that as we go down, our y-axis increases. That means the distance from origin vertically increases. And if we go to the right, our distance from origin in the horizontal axis, x-axis increases. Now a question for you. Let's say the ball is here. Okay. So this is the ball. And if I want to move my ball to here, then what do I have to do? The answer is I have to increase both my y-axis. So y-axis will increase and my x-axis will also increase so that my ball will move diagonally. So coordinate geometry is very fun and very confusing at the same time, right? Now let's get back to the PyCharm. So after we have imported the Pygame module, the next thing we want to do is to create a window so that we can put our bat and ball and our game in the window. For that, Pygame offers something called display, and in this display we have a function called set mode. And if I run this, we'll probably get error. That's because we haven't set the height and width of our window. So our window must have some height and width. Let me try with 100 and 100. So remember, while passing height and width, we have to do it with this square brackets. So this first one will be the width and the second one will be the height. Let me run this. The screen appears and disappears at the same time. So how do we tackle this? We have a solution. I can import time. Time is another module. And if I run here time.sleep, it will sleep for some seconds. This means the program will sleep or not do anything. You can see we have this window and it's very small. It will disappear after 5 seconds. But now if I change this number to 200, see the magic. The screen will appear a bit longer. And if I change this to 200, then we will again get a square. Let me change this to 800. Now the screen is very wider. It's very wide. Okay, nice. But how do we keep displaying the screen forever? For that, we need to use a while true loop. It is called an infinite loop. While true, um, I can say pass. This means don't do anything. Just display me the window. Now it will display the window forever until and unless we close the program. Okay, fine. So now the next thing we want to do is to change the color of this window because black is very dull color. So for changing the color of window in this while true loop, instead of passing it, I can say screen dot fill, and actually this screen is nothing. This screen is my variable this window. So for that I will store this window as a screen variable so that I can use this screen.fill, and inside this I will pass a color. So how to pass a color? Let me show you real quickly. So for a color we need to pass this curly brackets, I mean parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis we need to pass three numbers R, G, D. What does this mean? So first number will stand for R, and if I set this value of R to 255 and other G and D values to 0, then my screen will appear red. If I set this G value to 255 and other R and D values to 0, then my screen will appear green. Same for blue. So let me try. I will pass a curly brackets and then 255, 255 and 0. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Okay, so I have passed 2550 and 0. Sorry for the delay. I will run this. Okay, and nothing is showing. That's because we haven't run a function called pygame.display.update. So what this will do is that this will keep updating the game in every iteration of this loop. So if I run this now, yes, we are getting the red window. Let's try this with green. So it is a challenge for you. Make the window green. Okay, so for green, I will pass this 0, but I will make this 255, and now it's green. You can do the same for blue, but now I will tell you how to make yellow. Now see, yellow is a combination of, I think, red and blue. I mean, red and green. Yellow is a combination of red and green colors. So for that, I can pass red 255 and green 255, and I will pass blue 0. Let's try. Okay, now we are getting yellow window. So it's very nice playing with the colors. What if we want to get white? Pass all the colors to 55 because the combination of all the primary colors will be white. But this does not look good. So I will replace it. Okay, I will replace it with the red color. Let's continue. Now you can see that we haven't used time module now, so I can delete it like this. Now you can see that when I run this window, my title of the window is Pygame window. How to change it? So I can do that by saying pygame dot display dot set caption. Okay, set caption, and caption will be bat and ball. So this is the name of my game. Okay, so now the title of the window is bat and ball. It looks better than before. So you can see the power of Python. We have only written 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have only written 5 lines of code. I mean 6 lines of code, and we have created an empty window. So that's very nice. And there is also another bug. When I run this code, I can see that this circle is appearing instead of mouse, and I can't even click on this cross, and it becomes not responding. So why does that happening? To tackle that, I need to do some code for event in pygame dot event dot get if event dot type. I will explain this in just a second. If event dot type equals to pygame dot quit, then let's say print. So I will run the code for deleting the window soon, but let's say print hello. So what does this mean? So in Pygame we have something called event.get, which will contain all the events a person can enter. And for all the events, I'm looping it. So for event in pygame.event.get, for each event, if the type is pygame.quit, so this means if I'm trying to close the window, then I will print hello. Let's see if this works or not. If I click on this, okay, so you can see the circle is gone. And if I click on this, hello, you can see hello again, hello, 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 hello. Nice. But how do we close the program? Before that, I want you to see something. Print event. Now if I click on this is my event. It does not look nice. So let me try with event.type. I'm just showing to you. So this is my event.type 256. I don't know what is this. So let's close it. And I will replace this print statement by something else. So now think for a while. This is a forever loop. This means it will run every time. It will not close unless you stop the program. So to tackle that problem, I will declare another variable called keep alive. This variable is called the game loop variable. And actually this loop is called the game loop. We are declaring this variable to control the loop. Keep alive equals to true. This means we will keep the game alive by default. And I will say while keep alive. This means while the keep alive is true, I will run this loop. But if the event.type is pygame.quit, that means the user is trying to close the window, then I will say keep alive equals to false. Let's see if this actually works or not, if there is bug in my program. If I try to click on this, I am able to close it. So that's nice. And we have only written 12 lines of code. Let me try with minimizing. I can minimize and I can close it. Okay, fine. So this is it for the video. In the part 2, we will start creating our bat and we will create the logic for moving the bat. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Bye bye.